Before we start this episode, I just want to quickly say, because it went so well, I want to try this again. With all of the submissions from the Guardian Temple, all of the glass designs that you guys submitted, I do need, because I have no idea what I need to do, I need some help with some interior design within here. And I thought it'd be good to get you guys involved, like I did with the Guardian Temple, and get you guys to submit a few things. Basically, this has been like this for a while. My spawn house has been like this for a while, for many world downloads. So you can take the most recent world download, and it'll be like this. The only difference is I've got sea lanterns in here now instead of glowstone. You can just ignore that. You can leave the glowstone as it is. I know that they would be sea lanterns, but if you want to try and get the design looking right, you can replace them with sea lanterns. But all of the glowstones will be replaced with sea lanterns. That's the only difference if you guys download the latest world download that you guys will have between this and the latest world download. I've designed this, but this was very much like with help from one of my Patreons who gave me some like interior design ideas. And I don't know what I want on the interior of this. It's a very weird shape. I don't really know what I need. The storage is in there, the bedroom's in there. I don't know what I want around here or through here. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm going to have a garden type thing out here. I don't need help with that. I've got some great ideas for that. But I don't know what I'm doing out here, basically. You can ignore them. They're just some extra storage things I'm going to get rid of. But if you guys have any interior design tips, any small things that you guys always put in your house, stuff like that, or if you guys have ever designed any type of library type stuff, because I want a library up here, by all means, take the world download, try and work something out, or just go into Creative World and send me a few little small designs of something that I can probably place in here. Like I said, don't change any of the wall, don't change any of the ceiling, don't change any of the blocks inside of here. So like all of this needs to stay the same with those on top and everything like that. Work with what space you have, and I don't know, you could take like a single corner and say, I think in this corner you need this, and just design it. Or you can go into Creative World, whether you're on your mobile device, whether you're on anything, and you can just say, I think this would be good for the bottom floor somewhere, and it could be, I don't know, like a table and chair design. I don't know. Like, I just need lots of interior design ideas. Send me some screenshots. I'm going to show anything that I build in this will be shown, and you'll have a little thank you, along with, just like you'll see in the later on in this episode where I show off the Guardian Temple and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, I need some help. You guys get designing some interior stuff, send me some inspiration, because I'm really struggling of what I actually want to put inside of this house. So yeah, any help would be greatly appreciated, and I think this is good. Try and use the community a little bit like I did with the Guardian design. It went really well, so let's try it again. On to the episode. Hello everybody, my name is Edson. That's one of those just falls. And welcome back to a brand new episode on the TimeShot SMP. Today we're going to be completing the Guardian farm. It's going to be there fully in all of its glory. You guys will be seeing the finished product of this place at the end of this episode. We're going to be switching it up at the start though, moving on to doing one thing at the Nether Hub that I want to get done. And I know I want to try and switch up the projects at the minute, but I'm going to talk at the very end of the episode about how many projects I've actually got going on TimeShot at the minute, and to actually be able to finish one today and get it complete and knock the first project on TimeShot season 2 off the list. It's kind of a big thing, because then I'm like, oh, that's one down, let's move on to the next and the next and the next. So yeah. And also, I've received quite a few comments recently, ever since I've left Zoocrafting, really. And those comments are, look at him trying to get me. Look, those comments are that you guys are really enjoying the TimeShot episodes at the minute. I feel in myself, when I'm actually producing these episodes, that I'm very passionate. I feel in myself that these episodes are the best that I've ever created on TimeShot. In all of the 250 odd episodes that or 300 episodes that I've created. I don't know how many I've created. I think it's 300 and, if this is 65, 315 episodes. These are the ones I'm most proud of at the minute. We're getting a lot of work done. I want to start testing the replay mod soon, and possibly using that, and start working in some music into the actual episodes as well. a couple of small time lapses here and there. I'm not going to test that in this episode though. I still haven't actually got around to managing to actually test that out. But today we're going to be working on the Guardian farm, the walls that you can see with all the netherrack scaffolding around, the glass walls as well. We've got 3 designs submitted. We actually had loads of designs submitted, like a solid like 15 or so. But I've chosen 3 designs, one that I'm going to put on 2 walls and another each on the other 2 walls. And you'll understand when you see the one that I'm duplicating why I'm duplicating it. We're going to work on the Guardian farm sort of like prettification of the sides, the lower sides, because there's a lot of like chests on display and I want to sort of hide them. We need to bone meal all the grass, we need to grow all the trees, we need to also build up the gravel at the sides of the farm so it looks all natural. We need to then light up the seabed as well, another sort of like thing like that. And generally just all of the small things here and there that I'm just thinking about that we could do and test and change. We're going to do all of them today, and at the end of today's episode, this Guardian farm will be complete. But before we do that, I just want to move on and do one thing in the Nether Hub first. Something that I started doing in an episode 2 or 3 episodes back, maybe even 4 or 5, and I never actually got done. So I'm going to head to the Nether Hub. You guys will see me there, and we'll talk over what we're going to be working on. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, so I was working on a floor pattern, and this was based off a creative world. And I think I can probably go and check the creative world for you guys and show you guys. Oh no, that's wrong. Is it this world? I think it's possibly this world. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's this world. Okay, so here it is over here. There is the creative this creative world that I was working in, and I created a little pattern, and we went from this pattern and created and basically went with it. So it's weird to explain. So we had this pattern there, and then if I hop back into TimeShot, that's the pattern that you see there. Now what I did then, I then tiled this pattern, and I just tiled it. And basically, if you think of this room, this whole room as a giant square, I tiled this pattern as if this was a giant square. And this creates a unique pattern as it goes around, because the pattern isn't symmetrical all the way around. Like, it looks quite random, but there is like method behind the madness as such. And it's the first ever time I actually sort of messed with this idea. And you can sort of see, so that's like the pattern over there. It's like it looks perfectly fine, but then when you get to this side here, it just looks odd. Now, it can work in some builds. It works in my spawn house. The first ever time I actually did that, the spawn house on this season, I've done in that sense, I've done that. But it sort of works because I think it's like a circle, semicircle type thing, and there's not really much that you're not seeing as such. So it does kind of work, and it is kind of symmetrical. Here, it's not working. It's not working at all. I absolutely hate it, and I'm going to dig it up. But I want to complete a floor today. I mean, we can dig it up. If everything can be replaced in Minecraft, so it doesn't really matter if I create something and it's sort of not really what Penny was imagining with it. But I want to sort of create something and just because I know she's recording on here tonight. She's recording and creating a couple more of these with Tort. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, before obviously they record in a few hours time, I'm going to try and get this done so as you can sort of see the floor in all of its glory. I'm going to try and work out a pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig all of this up, and then going to use that pattern that you can see over there. So this square of pattern that you can see here, and I'm going to use that on all 4 sides. So in the central bit, you're going to see that. And then from there, I'm going to try and work some form of a pattern to follow this circle round. I don't really know what it's going to look like, to be honest. It may take me hours. But you guys will cut back when this whole circle is complete and we have a floor of some sorts. And hopefully it looks okay. I don't know what I'm designing, so it probably won't do. So don't expect much. And welcome back. So I can't really show you guys like more than looking left and right like that, because Tort and Penny have actually been online and recorded their segments of creating like them. So I can't really, I've already slightly just shown a little bit of that, but yeah, creating their segments. Like there, you can see mine over there, and I'll probably try and show you guys now without looking. So like I created these with Penny, the mushroom and the savannah. They've Tort and Penny have created another couple. So I don't really want to show you all of the floor. I would have liked to sort of probably have pillared up and shown you the complete floor, but you can sort of see most of it here. So I split it into 4. So I did the 4 bits there that you guys see, the 4 bits on each side. Then I did those corners. So I did like sort of like those 4 corners. Then I did this bits, and I sort of broke up the wood being used. So there's sort of like 3 different patterns that go around this. 2 of which do use the wood, the other one doesn't, and it sort of like creates like a nice break in the thing. And I'm not entirely sure. Like we could probably change this. It may not be what everyone wants, but it is actually like a pattern now. So I feel like this is a better representation of sort of like what this can look like. And hopefully Penny likes it. We'll see. Yes. So that is that. What I'm going to do now is head over to the Guardian farm, and I'm going to talk you guys through what we need to work on there. And we're going to start working on that. Okay, so as you guys watch this video, I would have uploaded another TimeShot episode a couple of days ago about having a bit of a mini YouTube break. I'm going to record the time lapse of that video now, and how I'm going to do the time lapse is I'm actually going to work on one of these 4 walls, so we actually know what the 4 walls is. So you guys will join back at the end of the time lapse. I don't know how long the time lapse will be, but I think I've recorded for about 15-20 minutes. So I need about 15 to 20 minutes worth of footage, hopefully doubled, around 40 minutes. I think it should take me 40 minutes to figure out the design of one of these 4 walls. So I'm going to figure out the design of these 4 walls. I'm going to do this side, I think, because that side's got the little storage room. That side's got the entrance there. So I could do that side, but I'm thinking let's do this one. So I'm going to work on the back wall now. That'll be in the episode that you saw a couple of days ago. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm sort of recording 2 episodes at the same time here. So yeah, that'll be that. And welcome back. So I've hit a bit of a roadblock. I've actually recorded a good 40. It took me about 45 to 50 minutes. Why does every time I start recording, my computer make a stupid noise like that? Every time. Okay. So I've hit a little bit of a roadblock. It looks good. I'm liking this so far. Like this design, solid. Loving it. I can't wait to move on and actually complete this wall and then obviously replicate that on the 4 sides. I think during the day it stands out. I think the problem is I may remove the top layer. I'm not entirely sure. I think possibly the darker layer is nicer in that sense. So we do have that. No, we've got to leave the top layer on there. Right, okay, so anyway, this is looking good, but I've run out of materials. I've run out of specifically the prismarine, these ones, the prismarine bricks. I think they're called prismarine bricks. So I've run out of them, so I need to sort of go AFK for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit up that the episode that you saw a couple of days ago, which was the Q&A talk, not Q&A talk, the update talk about me taking a little bit of a break from YouTube. Here you are watching another video 2 days later, but watch the video if you haven't already. It explains it in better detail on how I'm actually taking a little bit of a break, even though content is still sort of coming out at 4 videos a week sort of thing. So that's that. I'm going to go off, edit that, get that rendering while I'm AFKing, and then hopefully when you guys join me back, I will have had enough or got enough materials to actually finish this wall. So you'll join me back when I've finished this wall. I'll also get ready possibly all of the glass for the sides, because we'll create all of the sides, and then hopefully we should have enough to finish the other 3 walls. There's a lot of AFK that needs to be happening, so I'll speak to you guys then. Okay, so I've just realised that we're like 11 minutes into this video and we've done hardly anything basically. Not what I wanted to get done anyway. So we're gonna have a couple of big cuts now, but before we do that, I want to talk you through the wall. So we've run out of everything. So I need to do a lot of AFKing There's probably going to be a day, maybe even 2 between this and the next cut. I have 0 materials. We have like another couple of stacks of prismarine, two singular blocks of prismarine bricks, 48 sea lanterns, and 38 dark prismarine. That's it. That's all we've got. I've used it all. I've used it all up. I need to AFK for a while. But the wall is complete. This is the wall that's going to be on all 4 sides. So in between this and the next cut, this wall is going to be on all 3. On this wall that you see, and I'll get to this in a sec. On this wall that you see over here, oh my gosh, the amount of slimes! This wall over here, there's going to be obviously a couple of changes just because of the entrance and the exit, or entrance exits. But we have completed one of the murals. This was so how I'm going to do this is I've got this one on this side. I've got a Guardian themed one for this side, and I've got another one which is just a random pattern which is going to be on each of these sides. So I'm using 3 people's designs. One I'm doubling up on either side. This is the west side. So the west wall is created by Geordie. I slightly changed it. He had the crosshair as dark grey or grey, one of them, or grey or light grey. One of the greys, and I changed it just to be all black because I think it suits, and that is what the TimeShot logo is anyway. I think all black, but then the inside is green as well. But anyway, I think it looks a little bit better than what we got. We got a lot of TimeShot logos sent in. This was the one that used the most of the wall, so it was the sort of the biggest one. So I wanted to use this one. So this one's created by Geordie. I'm going to add signs to each of them that say like who created each and whatnot. So in between this and the next cut, a lot of stuff is going to happen. The Guardian Farm walls are going to be complete. That's one thing. The Guardian Farm glass, all 3 other sides of the glass, complete. Beacon will be removed most likely. And we're going to be blocking off all of these chests, blocking off here. Stuff can actually spawn here on this block here when it's nighttime on that row. So we definitely need to fix that. Obviously, this is all going to be like blocked off. I think I'm going to create like a little box that goes up 3 high and covers the chests. So that's all going to be blocked off. And then you guys will join me back when we've got to place the gravel and do a few sort of like smaller things. But you're going to come back. A lot of stuff is going to be done, and I'll tour you around everything that I've been working on over the next couple of days. Definitely be one day in between this cut, maybe even 2, and most likely a stream in between this as well. So, strap in. In a few seconds, this farm's going to look freaking awesome. And welcome back to I was about to say a brand new episode. What am I doing? It's been so long since I've last recorded on TimeShot that it feels like a brand new episode, but we are midway, 3/4, I think, I'm not entirely sure, way through an episode, and a lot has happened since the last cut. I did say that a lot was going to change, and you guys will see major progress, but there's a few issues I've run into, and while I create some stuff here, I will explain about some of those issues. So number 1, as you guys may have seen on the channel, if not, it's 2 videos back, I did a little bit of a time-lapse talk where I worked on, and it was obviously in this episode, I think, maybe. I'm so lost as to where I am because it's been a few days. I did like a time-lapse talk on having a little break from YouTube. Go back and watch that. It was like a TimeShot episode, so you should be able to see that. And we worked on one of the walls, or the wall design for the outside of the Guardian Farm. So we worked on that, and then we talked about me sort of like wanting a little bit of a break. A lot of people pointed out that it's not actually a break because I'm still uploading, which I guess is true, but it feels like a break for me. My definition of a break is clearly not what some people think a break is, which is not a bad thing at all. Like it is what it is. But yeah, it's not a break in some people's eyes, even though for me it definitely feels like a big break. So this is, I think there's going to be another TimeShot episode this week because this one's been like a couple of weeks in the making. A lot has changed, But we've hit a bit of a roadblock in terms of like immediately after creating that video, I wanted just a few days just to not really do anything YouTube related, because I had a few days where I couldn't stream. So I was thinking if I could have those few days to start off with of just being completely out of the realm of YouTube and Twitch, I immediately would feel better, and I immediately do. So that's a thing, and that's good. The issue now I face when I'm back in this episode is I've actually run out of resources. This is it. This is all we've got. And I'm still a little bit sick. Like, I can't get rid of this cough. Let me just quickly sleep, and I'll show you guys what we're working with here. Now, I've started work on one of the actual glass sides of the spawning sort of box. And I'm gonna try and finish that and this side, because this side's gonna be a replica of that. It's like a Tetris style looking theme thing, which will be good on either side, and then we'll have like a Guardian theme on this side. And they're all obviously submitted via the community. But this is what we're working with. Like, this is all of the materials we have in terms of prismarine bricks, sea lanterns, and dark prismarine. That's it. That's all the farm has. I'm sure there's probably a few more on the server, but at this moment in time, this is what the farm has, and that's it. So to finish these walls, I need to AFK here and gather the resources. So it's just going very slowly, bit by bit. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to... I am going to finish it in this episode, but I'm not entirely sure if this episode is going to go out when I think it's going out, which is after the time-lapse talk. Yeah, it's going out the week that I'm recording this segment, but I'm not entirely sure what day it's going to go out, because I need to finish this. We've probably got enough resources to about finish this wall, pretty much. And by the time we finish the wall, the last few resources that have spawned should be good. I think what I need to do is just completely ignore the other two walls for now, and focus more on the actual box itself. So we've created this little thing that you can see that goes round. That's all done. That's all sorted. We had to change up all of the chests and everything a little bit. But all of the storage in the farm works and everything. We have also, if I can swim up, so we have also, and I think it's up here, you can start to see, this is completely done. This has no stone over it. This now has like a pillar. It's now double on the bottom and the top, so you can't see the stairs of the quartz stairs on the bottom, and water doesn't leak through the roof on the top, which is all good. So now it's a nicer, I think anyway, a nicer looking platform. We've got like a pillar, so it looks all natural. There may be a few changes around the bottom and around there with the gravel when we eventually build the gravel up the sides of the walls and everything, but for now we're just going to leave it as it is. Like I said, when we eventually build the gravel up the sides of the walls, which is going to be a little bit of a task, we will eventually possibly do something there as well. But apart from that, the only other thing, so like what you're looking at here now of what I need to do to complete this, and this will get done in today's episode, like I said, it'll just be a bit of a lengthy one. We need to completely box all of this in. So do the 4 walls. Once the 4 walls are done, we should be able to remove the beacon. So once we've... Actually, I don't think we need the beacon anymore. We've dug out all of the other... So the beacon can be removed now. We'll probably remove the beacon soon. We need to complete the 2 side walls and the front wall of the actual box. Once that's done, we need to then gather all the materials we have, try and finish the walls as best we can. Then once we've finished as best we can the walls, we need to start working on adding sea lanterns to the top of this, so that the sea lanterns are replace the torches, kind of like that. And then we need to start building up the gravel on the outside. and building up the gravel on the outside of the 2 walls that we'll have definitely completed, and hopefully a third, maybe the 4th. And by the time we've done all of that, by the time all of that is done, we should have been here enough to have enough resources to finish the final wall and then do the last bit of gravel, obviously, on the outside. Once that's done, we are complete. We are done. There's nothing else we need to do at that point. Oh no, we do need to bone meal the grass, which is simple. We've got loads of bones. Bone meal the grass and grow some trees. That's like a 5-10 minute job, if that. So that is all the things we need to do. I'm going to bring you guys back at some point during this, maybe when it's complete, maybe not, and update you guys on progress or show you the finished product. I'm not entirely sure which. I'll speak to you guys in the next cut. I am not done. This is the final cut. This is the final bit of this episode. I know I promised I will get it done today, but I think when you guys see, like, if you go back to the start of the episode, this episode's been about a week and a half in the making. For one reason and another. 1, I really want to get this done. 2, I've not had enough time to actually get it done because I need to go AFK all the time. Like, this is the resources we've got. We've probably got enough to do another third of this wall, and then we'll be done. And then we've got to AFK for a lot longer to get more, and then some more, and then some more, and then some more. So there's a lot of AFKing to do. And also, obviously, the mini break that I took. Go back and watch the last episode if you missed that. I've still got sort of like another week or so of that just to really recharge and get everything going again. But I really wanted to get a TimeShot episode out this weekend as you guys see this. So I'm going to finish this episode here, but I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing. So obviously you guys know that these 2 walls are complete. These 2 walls are done. They're exactly identical. This is where, I think it was this block or this block, was where the actual room was, the storage room. That's now completely gone. Everything else is, I'm living out of the ender chest now. I've only got the materials that I need. We've got grass all through here. I think I'm not going to go with trees. I still need to come around and bone meal a lot of it, or some of it that because I really want to bone meal pretty much all of it, because people are going to come here and harvest for slimes, and you'll accidentally hit the grass. So it'll eventually sort of look a little bit less like I've spammed all of the grass. So that's all done. I'm not going to put trees because, like I say, I want people to be able to see where the slimes are. Tested tree designs, I didn't really like them. So, yeah, we finished all of the glass murals. We've got little signs to say who submitted each. This one was by Geordie. This one was by Fred. And this is a very unique one because this is a Tetris style one. Every single coloured block, there's white glass, there's cyan, there's light blue, there's blue, there's lime green, green, or cactus green, and purple. Yeah. So there's all of them, and each one of them has a different, like, all of the blocks. So like all of the cactus green are like that, all of the lime green are like that, all of the purple are like that, all of the white are like that, all of the lime, the light blue is a line, all of the blue is 3 down and 1 across, and same with the cyan. So each one of them, and every single colour that you see there is that exact design, and it fits in the box perfectly. The only thing that happens is the very top left corner, the very top right corner, you have one singular block. So I just placed a light blue as if we had another line coming down on each side, and none of them are touching, which is the amazing thing about this design. None of the actual blocks are touching. So no, like, white is touching white, no green is touching green, no lime green is touching lime green, no light blue is touching light blue, no blue is touching blue, no cyan is touching cyan, no purple is touching purple. It's an amazing design, and I wanted to do that on both the, I think that's the north and the south wall. Yeah, so the north and the south wall both have that design on. And then on the, there we go, first slime. So people can come here and do this because we have one singular really tiny swamp on this map. And it's quite far away, and it's not the best for actually harvesting slime. I've gone there to harvest slime before. and it's really not the best. So people can come here if they do want slime, and also they can AFK for some sea lanterns as well if they need. And then this design, which is obviously the jaw design, was the TimeShot logo, as you guys can see. But this design is a Guardian type design. You can tell a little bit easier, or you can see all of the designs a little bit easier when it is daytime. But I don't have a bed here now, so I can't sleep. This is submitted by Sean13. And thank you to everyone that did submit all of these designs. Because, yeah, like I got probably like 20 odd designs. And I could have put another one on the other side of the... Wait, what? Oh, I thought it was like blown up then. I was like, how's that happened? I thought I was thinking about putting a different design on each side, but then I thought like there was loads of TimeShot logos submitted, so I thought TimeShot logos got to be on one. There was loads of Guardian logos or Guardian designs submitted. So Guardian. So I was thinking when you walk in, you probably want the Guardian design on the first one, the TimeShot logo on the back wall. The TimeShot logo that was submitted by Geordie was by far the biggest and used and made the TimeShot logo look the biggest. So I used that. This Guardian design was by far the most symmetrical, so I really wanted to use that. And then I wanted something random for the other sides, and the best random one, and because it took him so long to do and I just thought it looked amazing, was this Tetris type design. And like I say, it's user submitted, it's a TimeShot community, so it's awesome that we've actually managed to put that in. So yes, I still need to I need to bone meal a little bit of the grass, which is not really much. I need to finish these 2 walls. All of this is going to be done at the very start, or before the start of the next episode. I need to bone meal these 2 walls. Bone meal? I need to complete these 2 walls, which involves a lot of AFKing. So it'll be a few days before I start the recording of the next episode. And then if you guys head with me up here, you can sort of see the last thing that we need to do, but we can only do when the wall is complete, which we have done on this side. Come on, swim. So you guys can see here, we've got the gravel. So like, this is what the wall looks like. This is what the wall looks like. It's all right. It's not too bad. Like, we could leave it like that, but I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I really want to get this looking how I want it. So how I do this is I place cobble and build the cobble up, and then on the top I place gravel and make it look like a natural seabed. So we're going to do that all the way around, and I've done this on about 1/3 of the way round already. So it goes all the way around here. It comes up to the very top block that you guys see here. It goes all the way to this corner. Now this side has a little less to do because it does go up to there, but it goes up to there. So you can see like the sort of how much I actually need to do. Because you can see, like, when I got to this side, look how much I'm having to bring this out. Like, there's a lot of cobble and then obviously gravel on top of that. So I'm really committed to making this look perfect, basically. And then once we've done once we've done the walls and we've got all of the stuff to go around there, I've got like a double chest worth of gravel. I'm pretty sure I've got enough, and I've got loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of cobble. So I'm sure we've got enough material to do that. Then once we've done that, I'm going to go around and place sea lanterns. Not on, but like in the gravel. So I'm going to light up the seabed for about, I'd say like 20 blocks. 20 to 30 blocks. I'm just going to randomly place them all around. Around like the sides of the Guardian Temple. So it's lit up. And then when you're flying over, you can see it lit up. And I think it would just look quite good. The same goes for over here. So you can see, obviously, like, you can see the sea lanterns lighting that up on the sides anyway, which looks good. But then obviously, and that's what gave me the idea, literally seeing those 2 blocks there, those singular blocks there, that's what gave me the idea. I was like, actually, we could like place this around the bottom. So I'm going to place it around the bottom there for around 20 blocks or so. Same with there, and that'll probably lead up to that anyway. Just like so it lights up and it makes it look a little bit more, especially at night if you're flying over or something. I know some people may fly here, so yeah. But that is the Guardian Temple. I think this is the most productive in terms of like sheer amount of work done, or the amount of hours put in one episode. So hopefully it's been a fun one. And that is it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Make sure, if you stick around since the very start, if you do still want to do any of the submissions or designs or anything like that, as small or as big as you want to do it, inside of this house here, my spawn house, you don't even need to design it within the spawn house. You don't need to take the world download. You can if you want to, but you can just submit a few designs for me or anything like that. It'd be greatly appreciated because I'm pretty stuck as to what to put in here, and it'd be great to get the community involved, like we did with the Guardian Temple. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode as a whole. Like I said, I'm sorry that there's a little bit of a break happening on YouTube at the minute, and there is for the next week. There'll still be an episode next week, but only one episode most likely, like there was this week, one singular episode. But the following weeks you'll get 2, maybe 3 episodes a week. So that's that. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you leave it a like, make sure you leave it a comment. Let me know what you think of all of the designs and everything in this episode. Take care.